Hello, my YouTube family. Well, it is finally Friday. This was a rather slow week, people. I was not happy. I was not happy at all. But it is over, thankfully. And, let's get on with it. I have things to talk to you about, people. Wrote it all down on my list because I knew I wasn't going to remember a damn thing. But let us do lips of the day, which I am... And no, this is not red. This is kind of a raspberry fuchsia kind of, but it's coming across as a red. So yeah, this is not a red. So you're not going to hear that from me. But this lip gloss is supposed to look like this shade. And I really think that this is a La Garbaggio, people. What? It is a Revlon Color Burst lip gloss. I ordered this from Amazon. And here you go. It's got, I mean, you could tell it's got little shimmers in it, which of course was already a turn off. And see, look at the sleeve of my sweater. That's the color of my sweater. It's like a bright pink, kind of like a raspberry pink. And this was supposed to match it. But it gives hardly, do you know how many coats I put just to get this? And I had to do it all day? No, this is too much work. No, not for even a lip gloss. Too much work. So I'm feeling rather purgy lately. If I don't like anything, I just dump it. Like, I'm not wasting any more time. I'm going to be 50, people. Half of my life is over. Okay? So the other half, I need to get rid of some dead weight. Got to go. So this is going to be one of them, because right after I finish doing this, it's going to go La Garbaggio. And I really didn't want it to, but, and it can't even be a good topper. That would have been its saving grace, but no. No, I haven't got time. So this is going to be a goner. Watch me regret it as soon as I do so. But I've got a ton of other lip glosses. And since I'm in lip gloss mode, that's what I've been buying a lot of. I haven't gotten anything new, so don't worry about it. So this is called Strawberry. This is Revlon Color Burst Strawberry. And this is it. Sad and pitiful looking as it is. No can do. This is it on my lips after swipe, after swipe, after swipe, after swipe. No. Too much work. Too much work. And not even, it's not even one of those like Milani feeling kind of lip glosses. It's not a Milani lip gloss kind of a feel. So that, if you know how I feel about the Milani lip glosses, I can do that all day with them. But this is too much work. The Milani lip gloss is pure pleasure. This is work. I'm already at work. Why do I need to work with my lip gloss? No, thank you. So that is bye-bye. And let me wipe off the swipe. Yeah, see, it leaves glitter flecks, as you can tell. See? All for the glitter. So, nada, got to go. So that's out of the way. Now, if anybody was interested in the other NYX mascara, Le Frou, this is the brush. There you go. It's like a regular mascara brush. It's okay. The other mascara is a lot better, believe it or not, the fiber one. But this one is not bad. So that will do. So that is that. Okay, so last night was family night at Havana Central. First of all, this Havana Central is located in Garden City near the Roosevelt Field Mall. When I tell you, the parking was sheer hell. The parking was sheer hell. The Havana Central is next to and around the corner of the movie theater that's there. Next to and around the corner. Okay? This is like in the back of the Roosevelt Field Mall. When I tell you, I literally, after going around 20 or 40 times, I literally had to say, screw this. I'm going to the next parking spot. I don't care where it is. I'm parking there and I'll walk. And that's exactly what I had to do, because the parking spot that I found was across the street from the Grand Lux Cafe. Now, that wouldn't have happened if we were having dinner at the Grand Lux Cafe. If we were having dinner at the Grand Lux Cafe, I would have been parked in God's country somewhere else. But no, seeing that Havana Central was over on the other side, I had to literally park on the other side, take my cane, my handy cane, and walk all the way. So yeah, my family, my uncle drove me back to my car after dinner. We got there, and then I thought I really was going to be the last one there. But first of all, let me tell you, even before I got the parking spot, I am paying attention to my navigator. And I'm driving, and I'm all around the place. And it keeps saying, you have arrived. I'm like, no, I haven't. I'm in the middle of a parking lot somewhere. And I could not see it to save my life. I was across the street from the Havana Central. Didn't even know it. That's why I kept saying, you have arrived. And I'm like, no. Because the parking lot that I was in, I was nowhere near Havana Central. So I called my cousin, Eric, who I really thought was there before me. He was on the way, and I called him while he was driving, so he had to put his Bluetooth on his ear. And I said, where the hell is this Havana Central? Because I am in a parking lot in the mall area, and I can't find it. And he said, well, it's not in the mall. I said, no, I'm not in the mall. I'm outside. And he said, yeah, it's supposed to be outside. He said 630 Old Country Road. I said, okay, you know what? I know you're driving. I don't want to, veer you from your concentration. I'll meet you there. If you get there before me, call me. If I get there before you, I'll call you. So drive. I put 630 Old Country Road. I mean, it was already in my navigation system, my Garmin. So I was like, okay, it's telling me that I'm here, but I'm not here. So I shut it off because I was tired of saying, you have arrived. No, I haven't. So I kept driving. I drove all the way. I had to backtrack to like where Target is. Now I knew I was off the beaten path, but I said, I'm just going to go around again. So I went around again. And as I'm driving, I looked to the right of me, Havana Central. I said, okay, now I know what to do. So I drove near the Havana Central. You think you're going to get a parking spot right next to the Havana Central, Nancy? For real? It's after work and people are having dinner after hours. They're going to have drinks and stuff. And you think that there's going to be a really special parking spot made for you? Around and around and around. So I got, now it's getting close to 7 o'clock, the meeting time. So I got to a parking spot at about 6:45. So I said, okay, from the time I'm going to take me to walk over there, it's going to be 7 o'clock. It didn't really take me that long. But I got there, and instead of looking inside to see if anybody was there ahead of me, here I go outside, standing there. I call my cousin Eric, and I tell him, okay, I found the Havana Central. I know where it is. I'm standing right in front of it. He goes, okay, I'm stuck on the Cross Island getting to the Grand Central. I said, okay, no problem. Don't worry about it. I'm here. So I'm standing outside, and then I see somebody open the door and peek their head out. Well, it just happened to be my other cousin. So she's like, weren't you going to come in? I said, well, I was waiting for Eric. She said, well, you can wait for him inside. So I went in, totally forgot to call Eric back to tell him I'm inside. So they know me by now because they know I'm older than they are, and the memory's starting to go. So I went in, and we found a table, and we sat down, and then my uncle and aunt came. My uncle and his wife came, and then my aunt came, and then Eric was the last to finally come. So finally we all sat there, and they were playing live Spanish music. Oh, Cuban music, honey. It's Haitian music is really Cuban music. It's the same thing. And my uncle is the same generation as my father. So he's a little bit younger. But not by... Well, no, actually. Yeah, he's a lot younger than my father. My father's in his 80s. My uncle might be in his late 60s, mid 70s, somewhere around there. So probably late 60s. But he is just like my father, to the point where he goes, oh, I know this song. And he starts singing it in Spanish and all of this. My father would have done the exact same thing. So there was a song that finally the band was singing, and he goes, oh, that's one of my favorite songs. I know this song. I don't remember the name of it though. So we looked over, and there was a waiter who was whistling the tune while he was doing, you know, his cashier stuff. And my cousin said, don't worry, I'll ask him. So he asked the waiter to come over. He was cute too, but he was young. But he was cute. And he said, my father would like to know, talking about him, my father would like to know what the name of this song is. Could you get it? So he finally got it, wrote it down for him and everything. And my uncle goes, yes, yes, now I remember. I'm like, this is just, I'm looking at my father. So we all had a good time. Let me tell you what I had, honey. I wrote it all down. Now everybody had like a meal. I had like 3 appetizers that made up my meal, because I'm just that way. I'm the oddball of the family. So everybody was just like, yeah, that's Nancy for you. I had empanadas. I had maduros. I had moro. I had a margarita. And for dessert, flan. Wrote it down, honey, because I didn't want to forget. Those empanadas. Oh my sweet Jesus. I should have placed another order to take some home with me. But as it turns out, I brought some home. I have some moro, and I have a couple of maduros. And when I say a couple, I literally mean 2. Now, for those of you who are not up on your Spanish, like I am, empanadas, you know, they're like beef patties, but in Cuban style. Moro is rice and beans. Maduros is fried plantains, but they're sweet. They're not tostones. Now, the tostones are the fried crunchy ones. The maduros are the sweet soft ones. I love the sweet soft ones. So I had some of those. And flan, I think everybody knows what flan is. It's a dessert. That dessert was, oh my goodness. So I ate up like a pig. Everybody cleaned their plate. It was just heaven. We had so much fun just talking and catching up with each other, that now it's going to become a monthly thing. Every month, either the first Tuesday or the first Thursday of each month, we are going to get together, and each time, we're not always going to meet at the Havana Central. We're going to pick different restaurants. But Roosevelt Field, that area, Garden City, is a midpoint for all of us, because I'm coming from work, which is New Hyde Park, like the beginnings of Long Island, and all of my other family is coming from Long Island, with the exception of Eric, who comes from Queens. His job is in Queens, and so he has a longer drive. Now, if I were to go home and then come back, we would both pretty much have the same drive. But seeing that I'm already mid part or early part into Long Island, I got there ahead of him. So we would pretty much always have to wait for him. But that's no great shakes. No biggie. He is worth the wait. I love my cousins. I love my family. We gone through some rough patches, but you know, since Mom has passed, everybody has mellowed, because Mom was the, you know, she was the head. She was the oldest. So she was the matron of the family. So I hope they don't expect me to hold that crown, because that ain't gonna happen. But seeing that I'm the only daughter from my mom and dad, only child, really. It's not like I have a brother. I am the only child. So, you know, I represent my mom and my dad. So we had a good time, a lot of good food, and all fun was had by all. Okay, can I just say? What else do I have to tell you? That is pretty much it. Oh, no, it isn't. No, it isn't, honey. Late this afternoon, the company got an email. Apparently, not apparently, there is a lawsuit against our company from a former employee who up and walked out of the company like literally a week ago to go and work for our competitor. And so a lawsuit. He brought a lawsuit on us. I don't know what the details are. All I know is Booty came to talk to me about what was going on. And he said this particular former employee almost made him lose his job, made Cutie lose his job. I said, what the hell? He goes, I'm not going to go into the I said, I don't want you to go into the specifics because then I'd be dragged into it as an alleged accomplice or whatever. That ain't going to happen. So he started to laugh. And he said, no, you know, after talking with the people that I needed to talk to, as it turns out, you know, I'm off the hook. So I said, that is good. I said, but I just spoke to him just last week. I mean, he would pass back and forth to go into these meetings. He goes, yeah. And did you notice that in one particular meeting, he was the first to walk out before everybody else did? I said, but yeah, that was him anyway, because he walked really fast. So I didn't think anything of it. He said, yeah. So I said, oh, okay, well, I mean, he just up and booted himself on out of here. He said, yeah, to go work for our competition. So I was like, wow. So it's getting deep. It's getting serious and it's getting deep. So we got the email talking about if you have anything pertaining to this particular former employee, if it's an email, if it's a piece of paper that he wrote to you about, if it's... So what do? I look in through my email and crap, I got 2 emails from him. And I distinctly remember what they were about. But he had emailed me first. And I just replied. And those were the 2 emails. And that's it. So I had to retain those. And oh, man, it's going to get a little bumpy. Now, I told you 2014, this company has not been the same. Well, it's just about to get a little bumpier. So we shall see what happens, people. It's always exciting. Where I am, it's always excitement. So that's about it. Based on everything that I can remember. I didn't watch anything because I got home at like 9:45, I'd say. And I was in the middle of DVRing something and I didn't want to. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to watch something that I had already DVR'd. And I don't even remember what the hell it was I watched. I think it was TMZ and Judge Judy or something. And then that was it. And then by that time, I was just so damn tired that I just, at 11, I was gone. And that was it in a nutshell, people. That is it. That is all. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. And I just realized, I am a mom. I may not be a mom of a 2-legged human being, but I am a mom. Look at this one over here. I am a mom to a 4-legged creature. So, creature. That doesn't sound right, but that's what he is. He's a creature. We're all creatures. My 4-legged baby. So, that's it. Y'all want to see? I don't know. What the hell he's doing? I don't want to see what he's doing. I don't. There he is. Say hello. Hi. Hi. Yes. Beep. And so, that's my baby. And there you have it. So that's it, people. That is all. Happy Mother's Day to all of you who really are mothers. Well, who are mothers. And happy Mother's Day to me too. And, have a good weekend. I hope your family treats you well and you treat your moms well and your mother-in-laws and your sisters who are moms and, so on and so forth. And have a good and solid weekend. Yeah, you can expect this to be seen again next week because I won't be able to go to her to get it done tomorrow because Pop and I are going to see Mom. And then after that, it's really a daddy-daughter day from morning till mid-afternoon. So, and then by the time I come home, I'm not going to have any energy left. Especially, it's going to be quite emotional. I am not going to have any energy left to go get a wash and set and some color. So, next week, Headband City, sweetheart. Just get used to it. And Sunday is Mother's Day, so I'm sure she won't be working because she is a mother herself. So that takes care of the weekend. That is that with that upon that. Okay? I'm just saying. On that note, I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think of this sad and pitiful. Look at this. Sad and pitiful. I'm sure y'all are disappointed as disappointed as I am because what is that? For real? Can't all be winners. You know where it's going. I held on to it longer than I should have. So that's that. With that upon that. Okay, I love you. I love my YouTube family. Have an awesome weekend, a healthy weekend, a safe weekend. And I will see you all on Monday. Okay? I love you. Mwah. Bye now.